There are things a person feels before they can understand them. That's exactly what happened to Pepa. It was an ordinary moment, nothing special, no sign to warn her that her world was about to turn upside down. She simply saw the boy's back. His bare back. And there, 3 small dark marks, placed exactly as hers were. 3 birthmarks. The very same 3 birthmarks her son had when she held him in her arms, the only time she ever did, before they took him away. Pepa went still. Her heart stopped for a beat, then struck so hard she could barely stay on her feet. Martín. It's him. The thought was so impossible and yet so obvious that she didn't know whether to cry out or stay silent. So many years she had searched for answers. So many years lived with a pain that never heals. And here, 3 small marks on a stranger child's back. While Pepa struggled to make sense of her discovery, the estate had a life of its own. Tristán was finally feeling better. After a long illness, he was returning to his duties cautiously, step by step, but with resolve. The first thing he did was speak to Mauricio. The conversation was short and uncomfortable. "I don't like physical punishment," Tristán said calmly, but in a way that left no room for doubt. Mauricio didn't stay silent. He explained that he was only following the mistress's orders, nothing more, nothing less. Tristán listened. But his eyes said, "I heard you. And I'll remember, That conversation was not over. That same day, a blight was discovered on the estate's land. Some kind of plague. How much of the harvest it had already consumed, and how much more it would take, nobody could say. But everyone understood. This was serious. Soledad lived in constant fear of being found out. Her love for Juan, quiet, forbidden, burning, existed only in moments when no one was watching. Or so they believed. But Tristán had seen them. He approached her without judgment, without threats. He simply told her the truth. He had seen them together. And for now, he was saying nothing. But if Francisca found out, the consequences would be unpredictable. For both of them. Soledad only clasped her hands and said nothing. What could she say? The Castañeda family couldn't buy the medicine that week. The father was ill. The medicine was urgently needed. But the money, every last coin, had gone on uniforms. The very uniforms Mariana had burned in the previous episode. One act of rage and such real, heavy consequences. The family now faced a choice with no good options. Pepa couldn't settle. She began gathering information carefully so no one would suspect. And soon she found something that made everything far more painful. Tristán was the brother of Carlos Castro. The same Carlos who had been Martín's real father. The same Carlos who had died in a fire along with the house, along with everyone inside it. The flames had taken everything. Or almost everything. Martín had survived. And ended up where he ended up. Pepa stood with this knowledge, and it burned worse than any fire. When Tristán came looking for her, seeking her out, wanting to be near her, Pepa had already locked her heart shut. She answered coldly. She walked back every word that had ever passed between them with any warmth. No explanations. Just a wall. Tristán didn't understand. But she couldn't explain. Not yet. Martín loved his mother, Angustias, the way children love when they know nothing else. Completely. Unconditionally. But Pepa could see what the boy had no words for yet. Angustias was unstable. Her outbursts were unpredictable, and sometimes they were aimed at him. That frightened Pepa more than anything else. And then the day of the welcome party arrived. The casona received its guests. Music, people, commotion, the perfect moment to get lost in the crowd. Martín did exactly that. He slipped away. Simply vanished from sight, the way all children do when supervision loosens. And Pepa saw him. She was standing nearby almost by chance. Almost. She watched him, and inside her a mother and her reason were at war. Her heart was screaming, now. This is your chance. He's yours, The question hung in the air along with Pepa herself, motionless, standing on the edge of a decision. Will she dare? Will Pepa take Martín?